Chapter 18. The Importance of Our Conventional Greetings. Carisor, do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. From time to time I have exhorted you with mine accustomed matchless eloquence never to neglect the prescribed greetings. But I think it just as well to collect the various considerations connected with their use. And in greetings I include saying will before set meals, the four daily adorations of the sun. See Liber 200, Vel Resh, and the salutation of Our Lady the Moon. I propose to deal with the general object of the combined rituals, not with the special virtues of each separately. The practice of Liber 3, Vel Jagorum, is the complement of these grouped customs. By sharp physical self-chastisement when you think, say, or do whatever it is that you have set yourself to avoid doing, you set a sentry at the gate of your mind, ready to challenge all comers. And so you acquire the habit of being on the alert. Keep this in mind, and you will have no difficulty in following the argument of this letter. When you are practicing dharana concentration, you allow yourself so many minutes. It is a steady, sustained effort. The mind constantly struggles to escape control. I hope you remember the sequence of breaks. In case you don't, I summarize them. 1. Immediate physical interruption. Asana should stop these. 2. Things that are on your mind. 3. Reverie and wouldn't it help if I were to. 4. Atmospherics. Example. Voices apparently from some alien source. 5. Aberrations of the control itself and the result itself. Remember the practice of some Hindu schools? Not that, not that. To whatever it is that presents itself as tat sat, reality, truth. Need I remind you how urgent the wish to escape will assuredly become? How fantastic are the mind's devices and excuses, amounting often to deliberate revolt. In Kandy, I broke away in a fury and dashed down to Colombo with the intention of painting the very air as red as the belt spittle on the pavements. But after 3 days of futile search for satisfying debauchery, I came back to my horses, and sure enough, it was merely that I had gone stale. The relaxation soothed and steadied me. I resumed the discipline with redoubled energy, and the dhyana dawned before a week had elapsed. I mention this because it is the normal habit of the mind to organize these counterattacks that makes their task so easy. What you need is a mind that will help rather than hinder your work by its normal function. This is where these greetings and will sayings and adorations come in. It is not a concentration practice proper. I haven't got a good word for it. Background concentration or long distance concentration are clumsy and not too accurate. It is really rather like a public school education. One is not constantly doing a better thing than one has ever done. One is not dropping one's eyeglass every 2 minutes or being a little gentleman in the act of brushing one's hair. The point is that one trains oneself to react properly at any moment of surprise. It must become second nature, for do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law, to spring to the forefront of the mind when one is introduced to a stranger, or comes down to breakfast, or hears the telephone bell, or observes the hour of adoration. These are to be superficial reactions, like instinctively rising when a lady enters the room, or, at the other end, in moments of immediate peril, or of sudden apprehension, or when in one's meditation one approaches the deepest strata. One need not be dogmatic about the use of these special words. One might choose a formula to represent one's own particular true will. It is a little like Cato, or Scipio, was it? Who concluded every speech, whether about regulations of the Roman bath or the proposal to reclaim a marsh of the Maremma, with the words, quote, And moreover, in my opinion, Carthage ought to be destroyed. End quote. Got it? You teach the mind to push your thought automatically to the very thing from which it was trying to wander. Yes, I get you, Stephen. But Uncle Dudley, come clean. Do you always do all this yourself? Don't you sometimes feel embarrassed or fear that you may destroy the effect of your letter? Or create a scene in the public street when you suddenly stop and perform these incomprehensible antics? Or simply forget about the whole thing? Yes, I do. Well, now, have I any shadow of an excuse? Yes, I have, after a fashion. I don't think it good manners to force my idiosyncrasies down people's throats, and I don't want to appear more of an eccentric than I need. It might detract from my personal influence, and so actually harm the work that I am trying to perform. Love is the law. Love under will, fraternally.